Hey there, class. In previous lectures, we've discussed balance, mainly focusing on asymmetrical and symmetrical balance. In this lecture, we'll dive a little deeper and learn about two other forms of symmetry and focal points. Symmetry versus asymmetry. A quick review. So symmetry occurs when something is divided into two identical parts. Asymmetry occurs when something is divided into two different parts that are equally weighted. With symmetry, you have also what is referred to as formal symmetry, which is achieved when objects on either side of the axis or the center line are identical. Okay, then you have what is known as informal symmetry. So this occurs when you have objects that are on either side of the axis that share the same visual weight. However, they're not identical. Do you recall what visual weight refers to? So it pretty much refers to the dominance or the importance of a design element, as well as referring to the feeling of physical heaviness or lightness. So here's two other forms of symmetry. We have near symmetry, which occurs when visual weight on either side of the axis is similar but not the same. Then we also have what is called radial symmetry, which occurs when the axis is the diameter of a circle. So each fold around the center axis holds the same visual weight. So here's a few elements of design that is used to create balance. You have color, shape, size, and complexity. Focal points. So the placement of a focal point aids in determining balance in a design. So when the focal point is centered, a design is generally structured around one of the forms of symmetry. When the focal point is not centered, the design will be asymmetrical. So a central focal point is where your focal point is centered. Your law of thirds is when the height and the length of a picture plane is divided into thirds. So at the intersection of the lines, this area makes for an ideal location for focal points. Another quick refresher on the golden ratio, which is a ratio of approximately 1 to 0.618. So this ratio is found constantly in our physical world as well as the human body. So when you look at the image here on the right, you can see how the golden ratio applies here. So if you look at the lower extremities or the lower part of the body, you will see that the legs make up one as a whole, but then you have the 0.618, which is the bottom portion of the leg. So from the knee down. So for the most part, this was a review for most of us. However, we did learn about a few different ways that balance is incorporated into a piece of work.